Okay, let's talk about accounting cycle. Accounting cycle is a systematic process na sinusundan ng mga accountant para i-record, i-process, at i-report ang mga financial transaction ng isang kumpanya. It is a standard process with 8 steps na nagsisimula sa pag-identify sa mga transactions at nagtatapos sa closing the books at paghahanda ng financial statements. What are we going to discuss today is about identifying and analyzing transactions. First is we have our accounting equation. Asset equals liabilities plus owner's equity. Ano ba ang asset? An asset is anything owned or kahit anong pag-aari ng business na may value sa ngayon or even in the future. Assets helps a business na ma-operate at makapag-generate ng income. Examples of assets: cash, account receivable, inventory, equipment, buildings and land, prepaid expenses. Ito yung mga usual accounts na makikita sa karamihan ng mga business. Cash. Ang cash is money in the bank or on hand na pagmamayari ng business. Accounts receivable, ito yung mga utang ng customer na sisingilin in the future. Inventory, goods or raw materials ready for sale or use. Equipments, machine or tools na ginagamit ng business para makapag-operate. Buildings and lands, properties owned by the business. Prepaid expenses, ito yung mga binayaran mo in advance tulad ng rent or insurance. Let's have some example transaction na may cash accounts. Choi took 5,000 pesos from his own savings at nilagay niya sa business as a capital. So what do you think our cash here? It means na nadagdagan ang cash sa business ng 5,000 pesos. Take note that ang asset is malalagay sa debit kapag may nadagdag at credit naman kung nabawasan o lumabas sa business. So ang cash natin dito is a debit since nadagdagan o may pumasok na cash sa business. Another example, Choi bought raw materials, bananas, wrapper, sugar, and oil for 1,000 pesos para sa kanyang turon business. So what do you think our cash here? Ang cash natin dito is 1,000 pesos but makategorize sa credit side since nabawasan ng cash sa business dahil ipinambili ng raw materials. So let's proceed to account receivable. Example, some customers bought turon but promised to pay next week. The turon they bought was worth 300 pesos. So what is the account receivable here? As we already understand what is account receivable, meaning may sisingilin na 300 pesos next week, this will be fall in the debit side since nadagdagan ang account receivable in the business. Another example, customers paid 300 pesos for the debit last week. So what is the account receivable? This transaction is a continuation sa kanina. Ang account receivable is 300 pesos but mapufall sa credit side since nabawasan ang account receivable ng business kasi binayaran na ng customer. Let's proceed for inventory. Choi bought canned goods, noodles, etc. worth of 1,000 pesos for his sari-sari store. So what would be our inventory? The inventory here is 1,000 pesos and it will fall in the debit side since nadagdagan ang inventory. Next example is the merchandise goods worth of 1,000 pesos have been sold. So what do you think the inventory here? Continuation lang to sa kanina for 1,000 pesos but will fall in the credit side kasi nabawasan na ang inventory because it was sold. Let's proceed to the equipment. Example, Choi bought cooking equipment like stove and pots for 3,000 pesos. So what do you think our equipment here? Ang equipment natin dito is worth of 3,000 pesos and makakategorize sa debit sides since nadagdagan ng equipment ang business. Same lang din ang concept yung buildings and land. Let's proceed na lang sa prepaid expense. Example is, Choi paid 1,000 pesos rent in advance for the month of April. So this means that Choi gained a rent good for 1 month for 1,000 pesos. Ang i-record mo is prepaid rent worth of 1,000 pesos. It will be in the debit side since you have the ownership in that rent for a month. So now, let's talk about liabilities. Ano ba ang liabilities? A liability is an obligation that the business owes to other which must be paid in the future or simply, ito yung pag-utang ng business sa iba. Example of liabilities, accounts payable, loans payable, salaries payable, and earned revenue. Accounts payable is the money that the business owes to the supplier. Loans payable is the money borrowed from bank or the lenders that must be repaid. Salaries payable, wages owed to employees but not yet paid. While ang unearned revenue, payments received in advance for goods or services not yet delivered or ito yung binayaran na in advance ang good or services pero hindi pa nabibigay. Take note na ang liabilities at owner's equity kapag nadagdagan, mafufall siya sa credit side at kapag nabawasan naman ay mafufall sa debit side. It simply means na ang liabilities at owner equity ay kabaliktaran ng asset. Why? As you remember the equation, asset equals liabilities plus equity. Ang asset ay na-divide as debit at credit. Debit as positive, credit as negative. Para ma-apply ang pag-determine sa debit at credit ng liabilities at equity, we use basic algebra. We transfer liability at equity sa left side by adding both side a negative liability and negative equity to make it zero. We put debit and credit sa tatlo. So ang asset, if madadagdagan, it will be positive. While ang liability, if madadagdagan, magiging negative. Kasi positive times negative is negative. That's why kapag madadagdagan ang liabilities, it will be fall sa credit side. Kapag nabawasan, it will be fall sa debit side. Same goes with equity. So, to make it more understandable, let's have some example for each accounts. Simulan natin sa account payable. Choi purchased raw materials worth of 1,000 pesos on credit from a supplier within a month. So, ano ang accounts payable dito? Ang account payable is 1,000 pesos at mafo-fall sa credit side as what explained earlier. Another example, after a month, Choi paid the 1,000 pesos raw material debt to the supplier. So, ang account payable is 1,000 pesos na makakategorize sa debit side since nabawasan na ang utang ng business. Same concept will be applied sa other payables. Let's proceed sa unearned revenue. Example, a customer paid Choi worth of 500 pesos for the turon for an event tomorrow. So, the unearned revenue here is 500 pesos and it will be fall sa credit side since nadagdagan ng unearned revenue. Next example, continuation. Choi delivered the turon worth of 500 pesos to his customer that was already paid yesterday. So, the unearned revenue here is debit since nakapagbigay na ng product si Choi. Or simply means, na-fulfill na ni Choi ang kanyang gawain. So, let's proceed sa owner's equity. Ano ba ang owner's equity? Owner's equity or simply equity is the owner's claim on the assets of the business after all liabilities have been paid. It represents the net worth of the business. Examples of owner's equity: capital, drawings, and retained earnings. When we say capital, it is a money invested by the owner into the business, while drawings is a money withdrawn from the business for personal use. Retained earnings are profit kept in the business instead of being paid out to owners. So let's have some example about capital. Choi took 5,000 pesos from his own saving at nilagay niya sa business as a capital. It means na may nalagay siyang capital worth 5,000 pesos and it will go sa credit side, same sa concept ng liabilities na if may madagdag, sa credit side ilagay. Take note na ang capital ay never mafo-fall sa debit side kasi hindi ito nababawasan. Let's proceed sa drawings. Choi withdrew 500 pesos from the business for personal use. So the drawings here will be 500 pesos at mafo-fall siya sa debit side since lumabas ang pera sa business. It always in a debit side no matter what. Take note na never makakategorize sa credit side ang drawings kasi si capital at drawings ay related. If ang capital ay never magiging debit, ang drawings naman ay never magiging credit. Silbing magkapatid ang dalawang to. Si capital sa credit side tapos si drawings naman sa debit side. I-skip na lang natin ang retained earnings kasi this account usually appears sa last part of the business cycle or matatapos na ang year. So next is the revenue. But before we proceed, let me introduce another equation. Net income equals revenue minus expenses. I am introducing this equation to you to explain on how to analyze this account. The question is, lumalabas ba sa business ang revenue? Siyempre hindi. Bakit? Revenue is the income a business earns from selling goods and providing services sa business. It's either wala kang revenue or madadagdagan ang revenue. Hindi yan lumalabas o nababawasan kasi ang income ay always pumapasok sa business. If mabawasan man yan, it will become expenses. Another questions. Lumalabas ba sa business ang expenses? Hindi rin. Bakit? An expense is the cost incurred by a business to generate revenue. It's either wala kang expenses or madadagdagan ng expenses. Expenses is always there in a business. Apply algebra, equate it to 0 and it will be net income minus revenue plus expenses equals 0. Therefore, if madadagdagan ang revenue, it will be in the credit side since positive times negative is negative. While on the other hand, expenses will always be debit since positive times positive is positive. Examples of revenue. Sales revenue, service revenue, interest income. When we say sales revenue, this is the money earned from selling goods or product. While ang service revenue naman is the money earned from providing services. Interest income is money earned from investments or savings. So, dapat tandaan na ang revenue is palaging nasa credit side. Example, Choi sold another batch of Turon for 1,500 pesos. So the sales revenue is 1,500 pesos and will be recorded sa credit side. Same concept lang sa pag-analyze sa service revenue at income interest. So let's proceed to expense. An expense is the cost incurred by a business to generate revenue. Example of expenses: cost of goods sold, salaries and wages, rent expense, utilities expense, depreciation expense. When we say cost of goods sold are cost of materials of products sold to customers. Ang salaries and wages are payment to employees. Rent expense are the cost of renting business premises. Utilities expense are payment for electricity, water, etc. Depreciation expense, loss of value of equipment or property over time. So let's have some example. Choi paid 500 pesos electricity bills consumed last month. So the account here is the utilities expense for 500 pesos and it will be fall in the debit side kasi nadagdagan ang expense. Same concept lang sa ibang expenses. Take note, all expenses are always in the debit side. Para rin itong magkapatid si revenue at expenses. Revenue will be in credit while expenses will be in debit side.